back attacks, okay? So Jerry, let me borrow you, please. So I'm gonna do it from the beginning. We go to turtle. All right. We connect our hands. Some of you are getting too tight. Try to stay loose. So I have room for my shoulder to go behind his head, and I'm rolling that way, almost like I'm choking him. As I turn, my knee goes in between his knee and elbow, and look, my bottom leg is able to get to the position it needs to. Okay, so a very common situation. I'm trying to choke him. He's grabbing. He's staying very tight. He's not letting me do a lot of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over his hand here. You can't grab single digits in competition, but you can grab the whole hand. All right, I just need to cover the hand and control. If I control the wrist, he can get away with stuff. But if I control the hand, it's a lot easier. If they're wearing an MMA glove, even better, because the glove is easy to control. Right, you're not supposed to grab inside the glove, but you can grab and cup over the glove. And when you get really sweaty, you can slide all the way to the wrist for MMA. But for competition jiu-jitsu, just cup underneath. Now it's easier to break the grip, easier to control, 2-on-1. If I reach for his wrist with one hand, he could extend his hand and just break that grip. But if I grab over the hand, it's a lot harder for him to do. Now I can cut my own hand. Very good control. So now from here, set up a Kimura grip. Right, I already have the wrist. Now I have a double grip. Now this is harder for him to break. Right? A lot of times when this position happens, the person whose back is taken will try to like smother their opponent to try to like kind of come into me. Yeah, like this. Makes it very hard for me to finish. When this happens, because I can't finish the choke, I'm going to get the Kimura grip, right? If he's still holding onto my wrist, look how easy it is to break that grip and place it over his head this way. And now that I have the Kimura grip, I'm going to put my foot on the mat, out, throw my leg over, and switch to an arm bar. Okay? So one more time. Oh, sorry, Jerry. One more time from the back. So I have the grip. In this case, I was going 2-on-1 this way. I can also switch grips to a Kimura grip. Here's like a reverse Kimura, so it works the same. Open up and flare. I can do a regular Kimura grip, open up and flare my elbow out so I can bring it in. And throw my leg over, and I have the arm bar. From here, I extend and finish, okay? So whether you do a reverse grip or a regular grip, it's really gonna be preference. I have the reverse Kimura because I didn't want to leave it, so I can still control the grip. As long as I keep his palm pressed to his chest, I'm good. Or I can switch it to a Kimura grip. If I have long arms, I can extend my arm. If I don't, I can come in and switch the grip here. So whatever grip you feel comfortable with, both applications work. I'm able to yank, move, and step, and finish, okay? If I'm having a hard time finishing, go back to holding your grip, Jerry, please. I'm having a hard time finish. You can actually go back and then come back and start attacking here. So this gives you more options. You have a lot of things to do from there. You have the arm bar, you have a wrist lock, okay? If they're wearing a gi, you have different gi chokes that you can incorporate. And lastly, you actually have leg locks. If they use their legs to come up, you can grip their leg and go for leg locks. So being able to have more attacks while you have his back is better because you're being more dynamic. There's more diversity in your options. You're not just staying with a choke. You're going over multiple chokes, arm bar, wrist lock, Kimura. You could actually go to a Kimura. You could actually go to omoplata. There's a lot of things to do from there, but you have to start branching off into doing multiple threats while staying calm, so your opponent is worried about what you're going to do. When your opponent's worried, he's panicked. When he's panicked, he's tired, and then that's when he gets caught, when he gets desperate to escape, right? If he's just here, he's not desperate to escape. So then you need to move on from the choke to the Kimura grip to the arm bar. Okay, well, you guys want to see it one more time? Okay, so we have the back. Good grip control. He's doing a good job. Really stalling out. It's hard to finish. Use this grip over his hand, and look, double control. So this would be a reverse Kimura. So now I can come in. The reason I like reverse Kimura is because I never let go of any grips. I'm literally just transferring this way. So now I have this here. Look, and I can start coming in. You can go traditional Kimura. This way so they can see it. Where I grip So I was in this position. I just moved to a traditional Kimura. This works as well. For people who have short limbs like me, I can come all the way across and switch it. Whether you do reverse Kimura or traditional, keep his palm pressed to his chest. And so that it'll be easier to transfer your weight all the way back. Whether you have this grip, come back real quick, Jerry, or you have this grip. I'm still able to start attacking that arm. Okay? Any questions, guys?
What
Yes.
happens if you don't peel? Like, it seems like it doesn't matter if he's gripping or not.
If you don't peel the
If
grip,
you don't peel his hand off his other hand. So he's trying to fight you,
Uh-huh.
and you're peeling his hand off of.
his own grip or my grip.
My
Maybe
grip,
that's where I'm confused.
my grip to my grip.
Yeah.
So we're here,
So he's right.
and
You
he's
don't peel his hand.
and he's grabbing his hand or my hand.
Either one.
So
Like,
it's
all you really need is the Kimura, right? You don't really care.
yeah, and to be honest, if Jerry grabs on super tight death grip,
Yeah, okay.
it's not hard to escape. I just take the time.
That's what I mean.
If he
Okay.
grabs his own hand, yes, it's hard to break, right? I think we would agree it's hard to break. But then that's when you start attacking. So he's got to defend one thing, right? He's got to choose. So if he's busy, if he knows you're going to armbar him, start attacking. But then he's going to do this. So when his hands aren't connected, I can start to grip this way. If he reconnects his hands, then I can come back and start attacking again. So we go back and forth. Like, we have to play this game.
Yeah.
All right. The trick is to attack him when he's not expecting it. But you guys know if you're in this position, you're vulnerable to all these, positions, transitions, submissions. Wrist locks are legal for most tournaments. Some allow it white belt and up. Okay. And you can wrist lock there as well. I've always said here, you're welcome to wrist lock. Just take care of your training partner. In the tournament, you can slap it on hard. In self-defense, obviously, break his hand, right? Here, control the wrist lock. You can still make them tap by going slow. The reason why, because sometimes if you go too hard, your opponent doesn't have time to tap. And they can tap verbally all they want, but it's still not enough time, and you hurt their wrist, and they're out for a few weeks. So we want them to come back, right? Double-edged sword, some people say, well, it's not, you can't really focus on the wrist lock. Well, then practice on the wrist locks with your friend without him gripping anything, so you don't wrist lock him, and you can apply that pressure, right? Like I can grab, come here, Jerry, real quick. Like we teach the, turn around. We teach the traditional wrist lock where they grab the shirt and you grab over the elbow. All you tell your partner, so you can practice the intensity without hurting, is don't grab me, and just apply that pressure. I'm slapping the elbow, I'm bringing it in. So I can teach the mechanics, right, in case I need to do it. And then when you're here, teach your brain to slowly apply the pressure. Now, if Jerry grabs me and I slap it on, I'm going to hurt him. There's no reason to do that. So if we're doing that and I'm trying to get it, I go slow, Jerry lets go, I didn't get the tap, that's okay. I mean, if you're upset because you didn't get a tap on your friend, then you have to question why you're training jiu-jitsu, okay? So you're here to learn and get better. But if you want to apply the pressure, you could say, hey man, don't grab me, and I'm just going to apply the pressure hard. And you could just go like that and apply that wrist lock pressure. And even sometimes when you do that, you may not make the guy tap, but he definitely will let go, right? Or fall to his knees sometimes if you apply it right. And there's several jiu-jitsu matches, world-class black belts. Jacare, who fought in the UFC, comes out in one of them. He wrist locks the guy, first 5 seconds. Guy falls to his knees and yells because it was very intense. He was grabbing loosely. That's why in judo you never just grab here. You flare out your elbow and open it up so it's harder to wrist lock. So, good question. Okay. Anyone else? All right, let's drill this position, guys. 1, 2, 3.